Guys, I feel amazing right now. I feel so good. And the main reason is because I finally did something. I went to the gym and I got a great pump. I put my headphones on, I zoned out, and I left feeling like a champion. And it's no secret that my neurochemistry is not fucked up. It must be at this point. There's no denying that. And it doesn't matter though, because how I feel right now, you will feel this way. And I'm just thinking, I had a phone call with a friend. A great friend, an old friend. And it lifted me up, man. I got thinking about high school and all the things I've done in my past, man. You know, when I was so depressed, as I'm so depressed, like this cycle is like, you just have no foundation. You're depressed because you feel like you have nothing. There's nothing good. I haven't fucking reflected on what I've done and everything I've overcome and achieved in a meaningful way in so long. I don't know what your time in high school was like, but for me, it was very transformative. I went in and I had no friends, man. None. And oh man, story for another time, but I was fat, I played video games all the time, and right as I got there, like the first fucking day, we record our mile times in PE. Later that day, it was freshman year, I'm sitting in a class with this girl that I really liked, and I'd never really liked any girls before, right? Like really, this is like the only one, pretty much ever, but we, for whatever reason, we bring up our mile times, and she is fit, right? And we were friends. We had fun together in 8th grade. She came to the school in 8th grade. We had fun together, but I was fat. I was anxious, and we set our mile times. Mine 11:58, hers 7 minutes, and I knew as the conversation was approaching that point, and I uttered the 11:58. I remember it so vividly. It's like it was like every time paused. My life was put on pause, and a switch was flipped in my head, and I said no more. I said I will not be fat. I said it would be a shame if I never ask this girl out. If I never have the courage. We had the same English class. Give you an idea of how bad my anxiety was at this time. And in the first week, we had to meet one of our classmates and give a presentation about them and paint them as a superhero. Just that was the assignment. And we had to present that to the class. And literally, man, oh my God, the dread I used to have for public speaking. I got up to the podium, and she was in this class, right? And my legs shook so uncontrollably badly that I had to sit down. I was the only one that had to do that. And you face that. You say, this sucks. My life sucks. I might not get things that I want. And I can change that. So right at the beginning of high school, my computer broke down, and this first week happened, which was nuclear. This was a nuclear week in my life. And I went crazy in a good way. I lost 40 pounds in 6 weeks. I woke up at 5:30 every day, and I did 30 minutes of cardio, and I was eating less than 1,000 calories a day. And I've always been a capable student, but I've never had that desire to do well in school. This year that changed. I changed it. There were only a few classes that I didn't finish with above a 100%. Okay? I was in Algebra 1. I've always been good at math. I was in Algebra 1 my freshman year. The next year, pre-calculus. Because I worked my ass off. Because I had the indomitable human spirit. I embodied it. I embraced it. I understood it. I felt it. I knew it. And I did it. Okay? And this girl left after my freshman year. And oh God, I can't believe I didn't ask her before it ended. I kind of always knew she wouldn't say yes, right? But then a year later, completely randomly, I went to a baseball game. It was a third-rate team, not a pro game. And she was working at a concession stand. And I said, holy fuck, I'm going to get to do it. I am going to get to ask her out. Because even at this time, I was in a mindset of regret. There's nothing in this world that will destroy you more than regret. Okay? And that fuels the depression. And I saw her and I went and I waited in line and I asked her out, man. And she said no. But it didn't matter. I walked away. I mean, I don't remember it too. I was ecstatic because I did that. I got the closure. And this is something that when, I mean, this girl motivated me. Like that moment, I tell you, I said, it was like everything, it was like my life paused. Like it was like this one conversation. And the moment specifically when I said 11 minutes, 58 seconds, you know what it was? 1 month later, maybe 2 months later, 7:15. You go from 11:58 to 7:15 in 2 months, man. Because we can. I wasn't even fully developed then. I was 14. But yeah, I started taking life seriously because I felt the pain. I felt the angst. And so I had no friends, and I decided this is unacceptable. I am not leaving high school with no friends, with no meaningful relationships. And I didn't like socializing either. I said, I'm going to change that. And so I did. And I faced the question head on. With the determination, day in, day out. How can I approach interacting with people so that I want to do it and like doing it? There's no, you could read, there's a million books written on that, but you have to answer these questions for yourselves. I can't interpret them for you. For me, it boiled down to learning about myself and learning how to appreciate other people and making a serious effort to do that over a period of about a year and a half. And then with enough effort and enough outgoingness and enough friendliness and putting myself out there, at the end of my sophomore year, I found friends that I've made that were great friends of mine for years. We made memories I'm sure we'll never forget. I love those guys, man. And high school became a great time for me. And now I look back at high school and I'm like, oh, I did it. I made the most of it. And I can reflect on that and not regret it. And I'm just feeling so up right now because I know I also skipped a grade in high school. But topic for another video. But I mean, I went from 0 to 100 in high school. And there's nothing stopping me right now from going back to 100, getting back in the gym. Like I said, it's no secret, there's something jagged up in my head because I'm like this, man. I'm volatile, but I'm fighting like hell to remain positive, working like a whatever, working really hard, and it seems to be working. And I guess the only thing I want to say is reflect, find something that you are proud of that you've done, a serious victory that you've had. If you try, you can. Have you ever, think about your best friends over the years. Something else I've been thinking about is watching Disney movies as a kid. Monsters Inc., Toy Story, you know, like that stuff, it fills me. It's food for the soul. Reflecting on your past and realizing, ran out of space, but as I was saying, reflecting on your past and realizing all the things you've experienced, all of the things that make life worth living, all of the challenges that you've cared about and overcome. Getting an A on a goddamn test. You should be proud of every time you've done that. And with the Disney movies, this is a thought someone put in my head recently. You want to be the man that you want your son to be. Now that's big, you know. Am I the man right now that, you know, my son's reading my life story. He's watching these videos. He's like, I came from him and I must follow that. But not just that, but about the Disney movies. I want my children to have that. I want to have kids. And I don't live like I want to have kids. I live like a fucking loser, man. And I don't have to be. I don't have to be. And I will not anymore. And so, yeah, in a great mood. I lifted today. That's going to become a daily thing. You got to put your foot down and you got to get out and lift. I mean, it's just, that's why I feel this way. I was singing earlier, man. I was so happy I was singing. It's like I've been drunk or on drugs or something. Most people, my dad smokes pot every night. Sometimes he gets so high he sings. It's fucking annoying, I'll tell you. But me, I got so high from the gym that I started to sing. So, that's what this is going to be. You can go from 0 to 100. I can, you can. We can go from 0 to 100 and do and live life how it's meant to be lived. Good luck.